I went to a high school that was one of the most violent high schools in the city of Chicago. And I remember walking in the lunchroom one day and I see this boat and I'm like, what the heck is that? Like, I've never seen a boat up close. Why is there a white lady asking me to join her crew? Like, what's going on in this lunchroom? But to be honest, because no one on the screen looked like me or reflect the world I was used to, I walked away from the opportunity. And I said, I'm not doing that. And no one signed up. But the next day I showed up, I see a long line of people signing up for rowing. I was like, what changed? When I went up to the front, it says, join rowing and get free Chicago pizza. And I was like, oh, I see what's happening here. And people were signing up like nobody's business. And I remember just sitting on that rowing machine and pulling and from there going on to the water for the first time was absolutely amazing. Yeah, I mean, to take kids from seeing dirt and concrete their whole life to water and grass changes everything. From the sound of sirens to the sound of birds, like what that do for a young mind. We start realizing that the people we start talking to and interacting with, even if they didn't grow up like us, they love the same things. They love the sport. They love their teammates. They love eating pizza. There's so much joy in rowing. They find peace in rowing that you begin to learn that we are more alike than we are unalike.
The entrepreneur class that you took.
You're right. You're right. And no one calls me out on that, but it was a huge part of my life and my teammates' life. Just to fast forward a little bit, 90% of my team are entrepreneurs, right? And they own their own business. They hire people from their neighborhood and their communities. The team was not just rowing. You said it. No, I mean, you said it so great. You said it's a movie about rowing, but not about rowing. They noticed that kids was telling them that, hey, I can't join the team. I got to go make money. You know, I got to take care of my brothers and sisters. We took entrepreneurship class every single week. That is where we learned to network, look people in the eye, shake their hand, build a relationship, have conversations. We learn about, like, you know, how to open a bank account, how to negotiate, how to take risk, right? And that was a huge part of our lives. And it was like simple businesses that we started in high school. It was like a hot dog stand or a football game or the baseball game, like all these like small businesses that we had that helped put money into our pocket that, you know, help us actually stuck it out with the team. And so with our coaches, it was about what is the need? What do the young people need? They need rowing, they need the wellness, they need the commitment, they need the discipline, but we also know that they want to take care of themselves. Let's help with that. You know, the thing that stuck to me most, Lisa, in the entrepreneurship class, and I think this is for everybody, I remember sitting in the class and Cam walks in, he pulls out some money and he said, who wants this? And everyone raised their hands. He said, no, who wants this? And everyone started saying, I want it. And I'm screaming, I want it. And he said, who wants this? And I didn't know how much money it was, but I knew if I get this money, I'm not buying ice cream. I'm not gonna buy a video game or a cheeseburger. But I'm gonna take it home for my grandmother so we can have food that night. Because some nights there was no food. So I didn't just want it, like I needed this.
Yeah.
And I remember trying to scream louder than everybody, I want it. And he looked at me. And the way he looked at me, I just knew he was gonna give it to me. And this kid runs up from the side of the room, grabs the money out of his hand, sat in his seat, and Kim was like, it's yours. And I was hurt because I felt like he was supposed to give it to me. Like I screamed louder. I said I wanted it. I needed it more than anyone else. And what he said completely changed our mentality. He said, if you want something, you can't just scream about it. You want to be a lawyer. You want justice for your community. You want peace for your community. You want to win a gold medal. You want to be an Olympian. You want to win championships. You can't just talk about it, but you have to get up and go get it. And that is when I said to myself, okay, my unlived life is waiting for me. It's on the other side of that fear, the doubt, that anxiety, the laziness sometimes. But I am going to make sure that I close the distance between my dreams and my actions at all times. And that is when the entrepreneur was born.